What if I told you that in Burton-on-Trent, a woman could be sold in a marketplace with a rope around her neck, a man facing execution might be saved by marriage beneath the gallows, and even a funeral could turn a path into a public road? And they all happened here. Welcome to Pocket Full of History with April. In February 1790, during Burton Statutes Fair, a young woman from Swadlincote was abandoned by her husband. With no way to survive, she became the responsibility of the parish. But instead of helping her, they sold her. Right there in Burton Marketplace, she was auctioned publicly by parish officers and bought by a man from Gresley for just 2 shillings, and part of that money paid for the halter placed around her neck. The sale was officially recorded in the toll book, and it was said that afterwards all parties went home well pleased, and it didn't end there. In 1829, in nearby Repton, a woman was led out of the Mitre Inn, a rope fastened around her neck. She was taken to the market cross, where a crowd gathered. A bid was called, just 1 shilling. No more offers came. She was knocked down and led away by the buyer. At the time, many believed this was lawful, that a husband could sell his wife if it was done publicly, and she was handed over with a halter around her neck. Newspapers reported these sales as if they were ordinary, with no outrage, no intervention. But these weren't the only beliefs people accepted. Some said that if a funeral procession passed over a piece of land, that path could become a public highway, a grieving family, a coffin carried through fields or roads, and the very ground beneath them was believed to gain a public right-of-way. Others believed something even more desperate, that a man condemned to death, standing beneath the gallows, could be saved if a woman agreed to marry him. A wedding in the shadow of execution, no celebration, no joy, just a final hope to escape the noose. And alongside these beliefs came brutal forms of entertainment. In Burton, particularly along Horninglow Street, crowds gathered near the Bear Inn to watch bull baiting, a bull tied to a stake as dogs were set upon it, attacking, tearing, for public amusement. Even when rules were introduced to prevent the animal being killed beforehand, the violence itself continued. It was called sport, and it remained popular until it was finally outlawed in 1835. Another custom was cock throwing, a bird tied to a stake in the ground, people paying to throw sticks at it until it was killed. If it fell but rose again, whoever struck it down could take it home. Sometimes the money raised was even given to the poor. Cruelty, disguised as charity. By 1779, things had become so uncontrolled that an Act of Parliament created Burton Town Commissioners, bringing in new rules and punishments. And punishment itself was often designed to shame. People could be forced to wear badges marking them as offenders, displayed openly for all to see. One woman, ordered to wear such a badge, appeared to obey, but secretly pinned it beneath her clothing, hiding it from view and quietly defying the authorities. These were the customs of Burton and its surrounding areas, where a woman could be sold. Animals were tortured for entertainment, people were publicly shamed, and a man could stand beneath the gallows, hoping someone would marry him to save his life. Real places, real people, real events.